Hi, it's Tony from Safety MITS here. I'm just going to run through the Safety MITS G.E.T system with you. Now, this has been developed for materials handling of large grouser plates or G.E.Ts or cutting edges in big heavy earth moving equipment. So this is on your D10, D11 dozers, your big Komatsus, all of the graders. So where your materials handling very heavy cutting edges. So these things can weigh up to about 270 kilos. So it's pneumatically operated. It uses rare earth magnets as its device for picking up the magnets. You can tilt them into position so you can pick up the angle of your bucket or blade. And then what you do is you position it against the bucket or blade, shove your bolts in, rattle them up, release, and away you go. So what we're going to do is we're just going to show you a couple of features of the system. We're basically just going to raise it, show you the tilt mechanism. Then what we'll do is we'll actually do a failure, where we'll drop the air out of the complete system and you can see how it will hold the plate. Now you're going to have to use your imagination a little bit. We don't have a cutting edge here that we can show you lifting, but we've got a bit of plate that you have to sort of visualise that it is a grouser plate. Remembering that this will handle a payload up to 300 kilos. So use your imagination, we should get through this all right. So what I'll do is I've got Stephen's on the forklift here. We've got it mounted to a forklift. Typically this would run off your gantry in your workshop. So we'll lift it up, we'll do a bit of tilting, I'll put the plate in, show you the lift and tilt again, do a failure, and all should be good. Alright, so if we can take it up please, Stephen. So it's all pneumatics, so we have a floating handle, so as you get up in high, different heights on a grouser plate or how it's tilted. So what we'll do is we'll just do a bit of a tilt, so we're down up, so there's your engagement, disengagement. So on the controllers here we've kept it very simple. We have release, which will come up with a red indicator, and we have grip, which will be on a green indicator. And what we do is it's counterclockwise, which goes into the grip position, and clockwise goes into the release position. So at the moment we're on a release. What we're going to do, typically you'll store them in a release position, but what we'll do is I'll just quickly show you this and you'll see the indicator as it comes on. So we're just going to engage, we don't have anything. So as you can see here, we've got the green light that's come on. And what I'll do is we'll stop the video there for a second, I'll put the plate down and then we'll come back to you. Okay, we've got our make-believe plate that we've put into position. We've just got on a couple of blocks to make it a bit easier to pick up. So what we'll do is Stephen will just lower now, and what we'll do is you've got this little right angle here, we're just lining that up with the edge of the plate, which will allow you to pick it up on the alignment. So we just push it in. So at the moment we have the magnet is in the release position. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it into the grip. So we've turned to the counterclockwise and I'm proofing, which is engaging the magnet. So we now have positive engagement of the magnet. So if we can lift please, Stephen. So again, if we look at our positioning of our plate, so now we've got that on. So we can tilt into the angle of what your blade or your cutting edge is at. So here we are here, so it's all engaged. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually simulate a failure, so a pneumatics failure in the system. So this would be reflective of if you lost a hose or the main air supply to the system, so it would always be the same result. So what we'll do is we'll just simulate that. So what I'm going to do for our example here is I'm actually going to just disconnect the main air supply. There'll be a rush of air because of the system, but you'll just watch the handles will drop down in the failure. So we'll just do that. So I'm just going to disconnect now. So we're off. Our handles are dropped, but we still have positive mechanical engagement of the grouser plate. So that's a fail-safe system. So what we'll do is we'll just reconnect the air again now. We're repressurizing the system. It runs between 90 and 100 psi, and you always want to have clean, dry air. So what we'll do, so we've got our floating handles. So what we'll do now is we'll just put the down a bit, please, Stephen. And what we'll do is I'll actually disengage it a little bit higher so you can just see how it drops off the magnet rather than it just placing on the on the thing. So just hold it there, please, Stephen. I'll just realign these little blocks. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually turning clockwise to the release position, and what I'm doing is proofing, and what you'll see is the plate drop off. So there we have it. That's the Safety MITS G.E.T handling system. If you'd like any more information, please take a look at our website, and thanks very much for viewing the video.